Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? This is kind of a very quick post in the middle of the day, um, but I thought I would just share this new update that Blizzard just sent out to everyone, which is pretty exciting. I don't think they've done a roadmap ever. At least I don't know of a roadmap they've ever done. But anyways, I don't know if people follow Twitter. Twitter can be a cesspool, but I do follow Warcraft for Twitter news, and as you can see, this is where they posted it, and then they have a blog post on it. But yeah, they basically just have a what's coming in 2023, this whole next year, starting in a couple of days. 2023 Dragonflight. Let me scroll up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, I'll read a little bit of the blog, but as you can kind of see with the graphic, I'll start with the graphic first. The 0.05, which we believe is coming in probably in a month. We have the trading post, which we've talked about. Primalist tomorrow. I don't think we really know what that is yet. And then white and gray transmogs. That's great for collectors like me. Transmog stuff is awesome. Yeah, and then for the spring, Return to the Forbidden Reach. That's the Dragthyr starting zone. So I'm guessing they're going to reuse. It makes sense to reuse the zone for everyone else that doesn't play a Dragthyr or made a Dragthyr. That's awesome. I'm guessing it's going to kind of be like the Broken Shore, probably, of Legion. Like, we're going to go back there and do stuff for either Dragthyr or just for the campaign. And then Human and Orc Heritage Armor. As someone that loves the Heritage Armor, I've collected almost all of them. I think those are some of the best transmog they've released in the past 5 years. Almost everything has 3D assets, so they're really awesome, and I'm excited to see what the Human and Orc Heritage Armor are. I'm amazed they went with those, because funny enough, I kind of feel like Humans and Orcs kind of got their Heritage Armor with BFA with the Warfronts. You know, they even had like cloth, leather, mail, and plate sets that were very themed around Humans and Orcs. So I thought they would actually go with Trolls and Draenei next, because those two don't really have Heritage Armor of any sort. But whatever. I mean, they'll eventually get them. And then holiday updates. That's really cool. Because as someone that's funny enough right now with Winterveil, I'm farming up the stupid Hearthstone, the new Hearthstones they had. I just never got them, but I'm trying to get the Winterveil Hearthstone. It has like a snow globe effect. Anyways, that's in the spring. That's awesome. And then the next big patch, Season 2, will have the new zone. You know, the basic stuff. New zone, new raid, new PvP season. That stuff, we know about that. And that'll be Season 2. That's next year. And the big thing is we're having two big content patches in 1 year. It seems like, at least in Shadowlands, that wasn't really the case. We basically had one content patch a year, right? Because it was a 2-year expansion, and we only had 2 big patches. Or this is having 2 in the first year, so that means I'm guessing we'll have a 3rd patch the second year. Or second and a half year, you know. Or maybe a 4th, who knows. But the big things are professional updates. That's great. People seem to like the professions. They're a little complicated, but people like them. And then user interface improvements, which is interesting. That's a big patch thing, because I think they're kind of just doing a lot of that even for the 0.5 patches, but cool. And then summer. So this coming summer when, hey, Diablo 4 is coming out, so I'll be doing a mix of this and Diablo 4. But new Mega Dungeon, awesome. That's kind of a new standard where they just have a Mega Dungeon every expansion. World events, so that's cool. I wonder what the world events are, because I'm a world content guy, so it's great that they're doing world events for a 0.5 patch. Thank God. Like, it's not just a dungeon and that's it. Because I think instant content is fun once or twice. Like, to check it out. Do the dungeon, do the raid. But as someone that is more casual, that's it. I just check them out. But world events is more of the stuff I do on myself with solo. Yeah, and then content and system updates, that's very generic. We'll find out more about that later. And then, let's see. And then the patch 10.2, that's all the same stuff, and additional content features. So it's kind of more... Oh, oops, I skipped one, sorry. So that was summer, and then fall. So it's interesting that a 0.17, and these 0.7 patches are new, so they're basically... Now, instead of just having a 0.5 patch, a 0.5 patch, and then a full patch, you know, like a 0.1, 0.2, they're now doing a 0.5 and 0.7, which is interesting. So they're kind of doing between each major patch, there's 2 micro, like, mini patches now, which is interesting. It's different. But anyways, in the fall, they're doing story and quest. That's great for me. I love the story and that stuff. Holiday refresh, which is interesting because holiday refresh versus holiday updates. So I'm kind of interested what the difference is there. But hey, holiday stuff is cool. That's like the casual evergreen stuff that's awesome. And then, yeah, content system and updates, those are 2 the same. So, and it makes sense, you know, towards the end of the year, they'll probably be adding more detail to this 10.1.7 and 10.2 stuff. But here, yeah, this is the graphic that I would share it. Then I guess I can skim through this. Oh gosh. Defend the Renown, Primalist. I'm just going to skim through this. You guys can read it. I'll link this in the, I'll link this whole blog post, or this post, at the, in my description. Putting out the road ahead, we've been mindful of the duties of the wheel players to nurture this living world, and frankly, they need to do a better job at the times in the recent past. Our goal for Dragonflight is that there should always be something right around the corner with a new update hitting our test room shortly after the last one is live. So they're kind of going back to that Legion testing phase, which I'm excited for. Really trying to keep people excited about the game more than every couple months. In addition, we are planning to deliver 6 content patches, fairly evenly spaced over the course of 2023. That's amazing. This will include 2 major updates, you know, the regular stuff, season rewards, but in between those we'll be expanding and evolving our world with new world events, updating to the system, evergreen holidays, new narrative chapters. That's exciting. See, it's funny, the big content patches, the new zones are cool, but like the raids and seasonal stuff, I don't really partake in, so, but very awesome. Most probably I'll have more opportunities to respond to feedback. We recently announced the coming, which should be live early next year. Trading post, you know about that. I just made a picture or a video about it. You can finally do poor and common transmog. That's awesome. Shortly after this, after this is in our hands, we'll release the 0.7 content update on our public test run. Will contain new quest and campaign and repeatable world quest content in the Forbidden Reach. Oh, so there we go. So the Forbidden Reach will kind of be a new world content zone. That's great. I love, like I said, I'm a world content player. I'm not a raid, dungeon, PvP player. I'm a world content dude. And it's crazy. I do think it's exciting that they're really just focusing on world content a lot more, because I do think that's a silent majority. Like, I never posted, I recently just started making videos, and I am that very quiet. I mean, I still am. I'm not a different person. I just decided to post videos because I find it kind of fun. But I am this world content person, so this is great. As the director returns to their place of confinement, unexpected guests. I wonder who that is. To learn more about the origins and destiny, the content will set up the next major chapter of Dragonflight. And by its conclusion, it should be obvious who the next destination should be. Along with this new content, we also plan to add quest lines for humans and orc cosmetic armor, update some of the reoccurring holidays, and more. So that's exciting. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Heritage Armor comes with like a quest line. So it's interesting that they're doing human and orc for Dragonflight. I guess it makes sense. They have a lot of history with dragons too, you know. Not that it's really correlated around Dragonflight, but anyways. Second half of the year, opening appearance in our second age. We don't want there to be any special formula for the size and shape of these updates, but the goal is simply more Warcraft. That's great. It doesn't have to be formulaic. I mean, it's kind of, you know, big content patches, small content patches, but the stuff you add can be different. It doesn't matter. Just give us stuff to do. It doesn't have to. That's the nice thing is I think in the past they would have like things they want to add, but they're like, oh, this has to be a part of a big patch, a little patch. Just add stuff when it's done. I mean, damn. Less downtime. I don't want to spoil everything because our feedback priorities of these next updates. So yeah, that's it. Holly Longdale. And I know she's a new producer, and I think Holly, isn't she the vice president of WoW or something? She's one of the newer people to the WoW team, but that's great. I like the new people. New blood is good. But yeah, let me, here we go. Yeah, so the next year of World of Warcraft kind of laid out for us right here. Pretty awesome. I wasn't planning to make this video right now today, but I just happened to see this, and I actually am on my I'm on my lunch break, so I thought I would make this really quick video, and I'm working from home today, so yeah, let me know your thoughts. This is super exciting news. I love that it's a lot more evergreen world content stuff. Of course, the big seasonal stuff's awesome, but for me at least, MMO, Warcraft, WoW, MMOs in general, I prefer the world. Just people seeing big groups of people doing stuff. That's why I'm actually loving Dragonflight. There's so much content where you're like in big groups of people, just, spamming down a boss, but that's okay. I mean, just seeing people out in the world doing stuff, it makes the game feel alive. And it's great that you're doing more holiday and heritage armor holiday events, and just world content stuff. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Just thought I would make this quick video. This is exciting news. It definitely seems like it is a big change in the Warcraft. Oops, maybe that was me, not you. In the Warcraft. Where was I going to go with that? In the Warcraft patch timeline and just how things are going. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm super excited. This is really cool. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.